Welcome, welcome. So I was supposed to go live at 7 o'clock and I couldn't get out the parking garage live and I was supposed to go live at 7 p.m. Couldn't get out of the parking garage of my building at work and had to go back to the security desk and wait for security to come. And then once they finally came and they were able to come, um, then um, then they came and they let me out and I was able to leave the parking garage. I had to do some type of update to my ID. I had to do some type of update to my ID. And with me doing that, I had to basically wait for security to come to let me out. That's pretty much what it was. But here I am. I'm here. I'm here. Keep doing that. What is that? See, today is just one of those days. If you all could see my YouTube, like it keeps blinking like on and off. I'm not sure why or what that is, but we're gonna go ahead and get into today's topic, talk about it, do what we gotta do, and get off of here. So, what is the topic for today? The topic for today is why you're undercharging. Okay. And so it has nothing to do with necessarily your pricing. It's not just, your pricing. It's not lack of skill that's causing you to undercharge in your business. Why does it keep doing that? Hmm. If you're watching a replay, let me know. Do you feel like you're undercharging or overcharging in your business? Hmm? What do you feel? How do you feel when it comes to pricing, charging? When you give somebody your price, how do you feel about it? Do you feel confident in it? Do you feel like you're telling them the right price? Do you feel like your price is too low? What's it giving? What's it giving? Okay, so let's get into it. At the end of the day, a lot of times when you start a business and it comes to you giving out services or creating packages or working with others, and especially when you're trying to start navigate this field and navigate this space and what this space looks like. So you feel like you have to undercut yourself. You give out discounts without anybody asking for discounts. You make decisions based on their pockets when they didn't tell you there was anything wrong with their pockets. All the things. And if anybody has done any of this, just let me know. But a lot of times when you start a business and you're working, you don't know how to charge. You don't know where to get your prices from. And then you're nervous about having these conversations and you're nervous about approaching a corporation. And a lot of times, just keeping it real, we don't do research either because we don't know to do research. So we don't know. So sometimes we need to, I don't know, to be honest with you, you got to say your price and stand on it. That's the best way for me to say it. Because you're not worth being able to charge. It's not because it's not something that you're able to get and it's not a fee that you're able to get in your business. To be honest, it's a lack of confidence that you have in your value. You can't sell something that you're not 100% confident. Hell, probably 150 to 200% confident that it has the value. Until you have the confidence in it, you're not going to sell it like you have the confidence in it. So you have to put that effort and energy into it in order for you to push it and sell it like it needs to be sold. And that's just what it is. You have to believe in what you're giving. You have to believe that it's giving the transformation that it's supposed to. And you have to wholeheartedly believe that and know that this product is everything and more than what you are producing it to be and what then you are presenting it to be. Another part of it is you don't fully trust your own formation. You'll have a program that you're not sure of this transformation because it's brand new. Nobody has used it. Maybe you use something, but if you're not using those proven broken record moments that you've had in your sessions with your coaching clients, that you've had in your sessions with your clients, where you found yourself saying the same thing over and over and over and over again, you don't have the confidence to know that this is a surefire transformation for your client. And so you're going to sell it like that. So when you're talking to somebody and you give them your price, you're going to be like, oh, well, but I can, I can negotiate though, but but I can negotiate with you, or, is that too much? Or, I can I can work with your budget. We can talk. And it's like, when you automatically do that, you discount yourself. When you automatically tell somebody that, oh, I can go down on the price though, or I'm willing to negotiate, before they even ask you anything about negotiating. They never asked you anything about negotiating. So by you you made it up. Because if this is your rate and this is how much you charge for this service, why can't you so easily just change it? Just like that. You can so easily change it quickly. So that's the thing you got to think about. Okay. The next thing is you have to understand what that confidence gap actually looks like for your business, to the public, to the world, to potential clients. Keep explaining it and explaining why that's your price and how you came up with that price, and you want to over explain the product that you're selling and all the features that's included and all the benefits that they're getting, when all they care about is the transformation. All they care about is the transformation. Think about yourself. If you're going to buy something and you want to go buy a TV, or you're just going to buy a rug, you care about how that rug is going to transform your living room. Now, are you super concerned with how many fibers of polyester compared to how many fibers? Only reason you would be concerned with that if it's going to affect the length of time you can use that rug and the quality of it. But your focus is to transform the space that you put in the room in. That's what you're concerned about. You're not concerned with the specific specs of the rug. To see how it feels, and if it does and it gives what it's supposed to give, it's going out the door with me. Point blank, period. That's it. That's what I feel like you have to understand that your clients are coming for. So when you over explain things, it almost sounds like you're trying to convince me. It sounds like you're trying to make me believe you. Or are you trying to convince yourself? So those type of things you got to think about. Then you can't always give out discounts, and you can't always discount your price, because when you do things like that, like I said, you devalue your services. And you also, you can't over deliver because you want to make up for the price that they paid. There is nothing wrong with, you know, Under promise, over deliver. That's a business strategy that I run my business by. If I'm putting something out, you best believe them to make it seem like it's good standalone on its own. Okay. And at the end of the day, a lot of people don't raise their prices and they don't go that route because it's uncomfortable for them to do so. It's uncomfortable for them to raise their prices. And I completely understand that. And that's a part of your process. And that's what that looks like for you. But that's something you have to sit down internally and work through yourself. One of the things about being a business owner and having to get out here and put your price out here and put these services that you created, you crafted, you curated with your own two hands and your mind is you have to be okay. Well, it's not for everybody. It's for the customer that you created. It's for the person who has the problem that you solve. It's not for everybody. It's not. So it's going to be uncomfortable having your friends know, because sometimes that's a big part of it. People don't want all their friends to see, oh, she got a business or she got a little business now. I heard she started a little business. Sometimes you don't want your friends to see, and so that makes you uncomfortable, and you're not comfortable with seeing that. Okay. One of the things too is when you first start a business, sometimes when you make growth and you make different levels and go, it's hard because you feel guilty about starting to charge people. But at the end of the day, are your costs not going up? Do you not have intentions? What are your goals for your business? The reality is, when it comes to your goals, you're going to have to charge. Prices are going to have to increase because the cost of goods, the cost of running a business is going to consistently increase. I don't know if y'all saw last year when all the software companies, some of them got beside themselves with them new prices they was trying to come out with. Like, Sarah, calm down, calm all the way down. But yeah, so you have to stop identifying with your old pricing. That was the pricing when you were getting this and you were testing it out. This now is a proven system that you know works. You're going to collect testimonials so your customers can tell other people that it works. Well. And you're going to listen to those testimonials and see the difference, the transformation that you are making. Because what you do is it's no just run of the mill. You're changing people's lives, you're changing the trajectory of their entire life. So you should not take that lightly. You should not. Because they're scared that they're going to lose people. They're scared that they're going to run people off and those people are not going to sign up for their program and they're not going to sign up. Well, let me tell you something. Them not your people. Them are not your people. If you raising your prices makes them leave or never sign up with you, them not your people. Your people know that your service is quality and it's worth it. Okay? You've demonstrated your expertise. You've shown, you have your video testimonials. You've shown them your credibility. You've built your authority. That's not, them are not your customers. And the more you continue to chase after them, the more you continue to try to convince them that they need to get their finance. Going to convince clients, you have to pull them. Oh, it's still on here. I'm sorry, y'all. It just cut off. I had to completely log out and then come all the way back in. So let's see. I closed the whole browser and I'm back on a new browser. So hopefully, yeah, I don't know what that is. We're gonna make this quick. So let's talk about the hidden cost. The hidden cost of undercharging is inconsistent or low income. You're not making enough income to run your business. You're finding yourself having to consistently take your money and put your money into your business, which is causing it to not be profitable. Your business doesn't get the ability to grow. Your business doesn't get the ability to scale. You don't get aligned with the customers that really need your help. The next cost is going to be burnout. Like I was talking about before, I was rudely interrupted. Burning out is real. And sometimes when you get burned out, it might be years before you want to touch your business again. It just depends on the person. So you have to be mindful. And not only that, you have other clients that's super cheap and don't do as well. They're not good clients. They don't show up on time. They're always late. Show up, didn't do any of the homework that you assigned in the last session. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all have experienced it before. I know y'all understand. I know y'all been there before. That's how it is. Another thing about it is you'll attract clients who are not the right clients for you. Like I said, I used to give out discounts just because I was excited and happy that somebody wanted to work with me. I felt like, oh, well, they want to work with my business. So let me do, what I need to do so that they can work with my business. And, let me not say a trying to convince them to work with me. And you know what kind of clients I got? The kind I don't want no more. The kind, because when you are over explaining yourself, when you are telling people and doing all this explaining and over explaining your pricing and constantly discounting everything, you're devaluing your product. And I know I've said that a couple times, but I wanted to say it again because I want to explain to you what I mean by devaluing your product. For one, like I said, your pricing. It makes it seem like your price is just a guess or your price is just a number that you threw out there. It doesn't make it seem like this is your price that you charge for this service. That's one problem with it. The other problem with it is you make your product does not seem as valuable because it's like, well, if it's so good and it does all these things, why does she have to consistently part of it? All I want to know is how is this going to change my life? What is in it for me? That's what I want to know. But you explaining everything, that's going to make me second guess. Like, you know what I mean? So those are the things that you have to think about. And like we talked about, the cost of all of this is you burnout, signing up the wrong clients. Keep saying you devaluing your business. Um, so we talked about what's wrong. We talked about the issues. We talked about what those issues look like. Now let's talk about, okay, so how do we fix this? How do we start charging better? The first thing I'm going to tell you is your confidence. Your confidence in yourself. Oh, hey, Lisa. Your confidence in yourself affects your brand. Your confidence in the product, because it's like, well, we talking about my business. But having a business is a soul exploration journey. Like you will learn so much about yourself. You will learn the internal roadblocks that you have that is keeping you from progressing. And a lot of times that's one of them. Working on your self confidence will radiate to all the other parts of your life. It'll radiate to how you dress, it'll radiate to how you walk when you're outside. You will look up, look proud. You'll sit up higher. You won't look at the ground while you're walking because you're more confident in yourself. Having self confidence will affect how you show up in your business. It'll affect how you walk in rooms. It'll affect how you approach the negotiating table. So that's always going to be my first recommendation. And I know that's not typical advice that you probably hear from most people, but I'm really big on how much your confidence affects. Think about what aligns with, okay, so I have this business. My goal is to help these people with it. With, well, not with it, but my goal is to help them, pay off debt, help them build their credit, buy a house, start investing, like whatever the thing is, that is your goal that you have for your clients. That is the mission of your business. Okay. So you have to anchor the value of the outcomes. When you help somebody pay off their debt and they go from $500-600 a month in debt payments to zero, how did what type of outcome is that for them? What type of transformation is that for them? Okay, I don't think it's a $60 a month transformation. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm, what's wrong with my computer today? But today has been a full on conspiracy to stop me from going live. First, I got locked in the garage at work. Then I got home and my toilet handle broke. I'm trying to get back consistent so I can go live on here regularly, but the universe don't want to let me be great today. But I'm doing it despite the universe. We almost finished though. But so you want to anchor the value in your business for the outcomes that you bring as opposed to doing it based on the time. Don't just do it based on, oh, I got a 2 hour session. So, okay, they're doing 2 hours. So we're going to charge this much for 2 hours. It should be based on the outcome in your business. What type of transformation are you providing? What is the value of the transformation that you're providing? And you're helping somebody. One thing I'm true to, for some reason, it don't want to cooperate with me today. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get to the solution real quick so I can get off of here. The first thing, like I said, was anchoring your value of your products based on the outcome that they bring. The second one, I'm sorry, the first one was work on your own confidence. If that means getting affirmations, if that means working on how you look when you go outside, putting a little bit more effort into it so that you know that you feel like you look good, all around, work on your own self confidence. Two, anchor your value in outcomes and not price. Three is going to be practice saying your price in the mirror. Maybe do a role play with a friend and practice saying your price regularly so that it rolls off the tongue and you with nothing behind it. No justification, no explaining, no offering a discount, no doing nothing else. Just offer the price and shut up. I don't mean to be rude, but offer your price. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, no, I usually charge for this type of service of what you're looking for. I think we could greatly help you, but typically, I'm messing up. Yes, we could greatly help you. I feel like you would do well with this service right there. The cost of that service is $5,000, and that's it. Be quiet. Let them respond. Let them fill the gap. Let them give you a response and see how they respond to it. But don't feel the need to fill that space. Don't feel the need to explain it any further. Don't discount it. Don't over explain what you're selling. Say your price and stand on it. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here before any other technical difficulties happen today. All the things happen today, baby. All the things. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for coming. If you watch this during the replay, put your responses in the chat. I will come and respond to them. I'm about to go get me something to eat and get ready for tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. It's time to stop practicing and start profiting.